Two bloodlines touched what was never theirs. Your fate bled quietly. They didn't speak it aloud, but heaven heard everything. Your name was crossed out in silence. They rewrote your future with shaking hands and selfish prayers. The lie wasn't spoken, it was signed in your absence. You always wondered why the door never opened. They sealed it. Not all betrayals scream. Some smile through dinner. They said they protected you, but they buried you alive. Your pain began where their silence ended. They agreed on your fate without consulting your soul. Heaven wept when you were erased. You lost something you didn't even know was yours. They laughed while destiny grieved. Your blessings were intercepted in a room you were never invited into. They whispered your undoing behind locked family doors. You felt it, but they called you crazy. The document they altered now alters them. Even the angels stayed silent out of reverence for your ache. You weren't forgotten. You were removed. Your sadness had an origin and two signatures. They moved money, but they destroyed meaning. Not all wounds bleed. Some echo forever. The shift in your life wasn't random. It was orchestrated. You were born for a crown. They sold it. You always felt misplaced because you were displaced. What they hid is now crying for light. Your body remembers what your mind was never told. They redirected the river of your calling. You were the chosen one. They feared that truth. A lie was told, and it changed your entire path. The silence in your family tree was intentional. The inheritance you never received carries your name in secret. You weren't overlooked. You were outmaneuvered. Their guilt visits them in dreams they can't explain. You always felt an ache in the womb of your future. You sensed the wrong turn, but love made you stay. God marked what they tried to erase. They knew what they were doing, and they did it anyway. You are walking the detour of someone else's decision. Your soul aches for a destiny that almost was. They altered papers, but they couldn't alter your calling. One of them still watches you, afraid you'll find out. The delay in your life was human, not divine. They underestimated the God inside your grief. What was stolen will return, but it will come weeping. They silenced a child who carried the future. God will rewrite what they miswrote in greed. The divine saw it all. Your tears are not forgotten. What they gained is already rotting in their hands. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. They lied about who you were to keep what you had. You feel like you've been wandering. You have away from your rightful path. They hid the truth, not realizing you were the truth. The storm in your life began with their decision. Your pain was never random. It was redirected prophecy. You've carried the consequence of their choice far too long. They agreed to your suffering, but heaven never signed it. Your dreams were intercepted by their smallness. You were never weak. They were just afraid of your strength. The moment they changed the record, your soul began to whisper. You didn't fail. You were detoured. Every blocked blessing remembers your name. What they concealed will now confront them. You weren't cursed. You were covered in shadows. Two hands rewrote the legacy you were born for. Your pain is a prophecy waiting to bloom. What they buried is now resurrecting in fire. You carry a grief too ancient to name. Their fear rewrote your freedom. Your blood remembers what they tried to erase. You deserved more. They knew it. They used you as a secret sacrifice. You didn't lose time. You survived manipulation. Even the stars mourned when you were misnamed. The angel assigned to you never left, even when they did. The light in you scared them into sabotage. You were the heir. They were the thieves. They disguised betrayal as protection. You've been grieving something stolen. This ache inside you is evidence of destiny denied. Two relatives. One choice. 1,000 echoes. They altered the course, not the conclusion. You were handed the lie, but you hold the truth. Their gain became your wound. You kept asking, "What's wrong with me?" Nothing. Nothing. A secret agreement cost you your sacred timing. Your soul's delay is about to break. Heaven has waited for your realization. They mocked your innocence, then used it as currency. The silence surrounding your story isn't holy. It's haunted. You were promised something they intercepted. Their betrayal was quiet, but the consequence is cosmic. You've been aching without knowing why. Now you know. A letter still exists with your rightful name on it. You weren't paranoid. You were perceptive. The divine is now correcting what they corrupted. The paper trail leads back to you. You are the ending they tried to rewrite. Every detour has been divine preparation. Your name will be restored in fire and justice. They looked you in the eyes and chose themselves. What they broke inside, you will resurrect louder. The truth won't wait any longer. You are standing on stolen ground, but not for long. The lie they told still shapes your reflection. You forgave what you never even understood. The angels wept the night they signed your future away. Your grief is a language heaven understands. They tried to keep the light for themselves. You were destined to shatter their false kingdom. Their fear was your divinity. They plotted your smallness. God plotted your return. Every door they locked will now be opened. The documents will surface, and so will you. You were never meant to be left out. You always felt it. You were always right. You are remembering now, aren't you? They still don't speak your name. The ones who hurt you are haunted by you. You are the prophecy they feared. They changed your path, not your purpose. Every scar is now a seal of authority. You don't need their apology. You need your truth. The inheritance they stole is spiritually bankrupt. The justice is not loud, but it's real. You are the survivor of a silent betrayal. They called you crazy to protect their crime. The truth was delayed. Now it's divine. You didn't imagine it. You intuited it. Their secret is dying to be revealed. God will use what they did as your altar. Your soul refused to forget. The story is shifting in your favor. You are not broken. You are interrupted prophecy. What they took is returning tenfold. Their alliance was temporary. Your destiny is eternal. This wound will shine. You are not forgotten. You are foreseen. You are the reason justice still waits. Their agreement ends with your awakening. The delay is over. The truth is coming with thunder. You will not cry in vain again. Your spirit still knows its throne. The lie can't outlast your light. The delay birthed divine clarity. Your ancestors never stopped fighting for you. This wound will sing when truth arrives. You are the last word in their unfinished sentence. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.